Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and in front of you, you have a huge range of different locks. We have padlocks, we have bike disc brake locks, we've got chain locks, we have cam locks, we've even got door rim cylinder locks. And what do they all have in common? Well, of course, they all have tubular cores, these special round keyways which you'll have seen absolutely everywhere. You may not even realise how common they are, and they come in all different formats of lock body. They work obviously with these little round keys, most commonly probably seen in different bike locks, and they work beautifully. So what else do these have in common apart from being really cool locks and being quite common? Well, they are all able to be tensioned now with just one tool. This tool, the Sparrows Goat Wrench. Currently on Sparrows website for $7.95. And what does this do for you? Well, it allows you to tension and therefore non-destructively pick open all of these locks you see in front of you and more. How does that work? Well, we have two sides. The traditional side, which is this side, tensions these locks using this little notch on the center post. The center post turns and it's able to tension the pins. There we go, straight in, and we are tensioning that lock. But some of these locks, whether they're relatively cheap Chinese ones or expensive Italian ones, don't have that little notch. So we don't have the luxury of tensioning through that little up post. So what do we do? Well, we can tension using the other side of this tool, which has a little foot on it. Now, here's the interesting thing. Not only does this little tool work so that you can non-destructively pick open these locks, but it's really compact and it's really strong. Sparrows use some of the hardest and most superb steel I've ever had the luxury of playing with. And this little foot, although it's very thin and needs to be thin so that it can move around the inner ring where the pins are, it's also incredibly strong. I am putting an awful lot of pressure on my finger. You can see what a dent it's putting. Ow, actually that hurts. Maybe I'll stop. Has it deformed it? Not even the smallest amount. And my finger's still deformed. This is so strong. And another thing about this is, not only is it, I think, an absolute bargain, and not only is it small, not only is it able to open all these locks, but it is able to do so with very, very little tension. So if you are putting tension onto these locks like this and you're picking those pins, you just do not need to add too much tension. What you will do is you'll need to find a comfortable tensioning position. Other than that, you're ready to go. And you've hopefully seen some of my videos of me picking these locks with various prototypes of this very tool. So there you go, that is the Sparrows Goat Wrench, available now on Sparrows website. Please go check out the description for the links and my pinned comments. You know, I really hope to see this in every picker's kit, whether you're a locksporter or a locksmith. Purely because I think it's just an incredibly practical and versatile tool that will allow you to tension a whole host of really common locks. And some of these things are actually mounted on things which are very delicate, things that you wouldn't want to necessarily get a drill into, or use a tool which costs many tens or even many hundreds of pounds to open. So yeah, that's my hope. I'm hoping that this tool will just become one of those everyday throw in the kit tools for many, many, many pickers. So there you go, that was a Sparrows Goat Wrench. Now, if you're still watching, I'd really like to just go through its evolution. So the Goat Wrench is a collaboration between myself and Sparrows Lock Picks. In fact, it's my 5th collaborative design with them, after the Medusa pick, the check pins, the Scrooge pins, and the Munition pins. And part of my inspiration was taken from this really excellent tubular lock tension tool from the Sparrows comb set. So this is comb bar set from Sparrows, and they have this little tubular tensioner. So using one of their DIY pick blanks, I've created my first prototype of the goat wrench, which is able to tension these previously untensionable locks. And it works very well. However, it was just a little bit too far forwards in terms of that backstop to the tensioning tip. So I went back and I redid the design. In fact, it's very similar in width as the traditional tool. Then, of course, what Sparrows did is they took that design, we worked together on it, and made what you can see here, like a double-sided one. And the first prototype was made of 25 thousandths steel, and this was actually really, really good. Still extraordinarily strong stuff. I don't know how they make the steel this thin for that strong. It's really quite incredible. But I felt that overall it was maybe a little bit flexible. So Sparrows cut another batch out of 32 thousandths of an inch steel, and this I felt was perfect. You could still take it in and out of the lock when it was half picked. You could reverse the tension and pick it closed as well as open. It provided all of the advantages and none of the disadvantages of the standard steel. So there we go. You can now see, well, let me put them this way so you can see a bit better. You can see now the sort of evolution of the design as Sparrows and I worked on it. All the way up to the thicker 32 thousandths. There we go. So yeah, I'm super proud of this design. I know that some of you were saying that you'd really like to see Sparrows make it, and you know what? Sparrows have listened. I'm really proud of it. I really hope that it gets thrown into, you know, everybody's pick set, because I just think it just opens up so many opportunities for you. Alright, well, I've witted on enough. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you all next time.